Ooh, I'm going to go Jamie Joe and Steve Dunn and Junior Tupa.
Welcome back to the channel. I'm AC, club captain here at Southern, and welcome back to Magpie Madness Media. That's a bit of a mouthful. So this weekend is the third weekend of competition here in Dunedin. It's also our weekend for Anzac weekend, Anzac falls on Tuesday. So if you're out and about, you get out there and show your respects to our fallen soldiers and our people who served in the armed forces. So I'll try and make this quick. So we start off with our Premier Colts. They've already played 2 games this season, so because I'm coming down the third round. So their first game was against Harbour, and it was a very close game down there at Harbour, and they came out winners 15-14. And then their next game was against University Blue over at the Oval, under lights I do believe, and they won that one 25-19. You've had a good start this season, William, so how do you think that's going so far?
Yeah, no, it's been going good, AC. We've been really pleased with the boys there. Started a bit, as clubs normally do in terms of numbers and all that, but yeah, still, first 2 games, a lot of content, a lot of things to want to get across to the boys. We're just trying to find our feet still, in terms of that. But we've started off well. Boys have responded well to it.
2 wins.
2 wins, so thankfully enough.
Yeah, so
2 wins. Zingari.
Yeah, up there.
Yep, we're playing for the Cuthbert Memorial Trophy this weekend.
Yeah.
So yeah, now we've prepared well. Yeah. We've had a good week of preparation with the boys. Yeah. Key focus for us is just be big, and it's like we're playing our own team up there. Big boys, physical.
Big boys.
So we have to be bigger.
Oh, yeah. So what time are you kicking off up there?
12:45 p.m. and yeah, hopefully the crowd can come out, support the Maggies, black and white.
Yeah.
Jamie Joseph.
Laurie Mains, Jamie Joseph.
Prem development team. Their first 2 games of the season didn't go so well. The first round, they played Dunedin because our premiers were playing Dunedin as well over at Shark Park, and they had a bit of a loss since they got together. They lost 70-0, but the lads had their heads up at the end of the game because they knew it was their first time back together, and they're rebuilding that team from not much last year. They struggled away last year, and the few of the guys who are the core of the team were actually quite happy because we had enough players. So they played against GI here at Bathgate Park, so it was our opening weekend. But they was, once again, the boys were happy. Mika is now coaching the side, Mika Vaiatupu, and he was quite happy with the lads. They're upbeat. Because what they were working on is coming together, and so, work in progress. I'm very sure they're, a few points away from a win, so hopefully they'll get their first win very shortly. Moving on to our Prem team, who is coached by John Leslie, and hopefully we'll have a word to John as soon as we can. They started off against Dunedin in the first round, and they had a narrow loss there, 19-14, but it's a long season and getting a bonus point counts a lot, so they're quite happy with getting a point. No one's real happy with losing, I take it, but start to start, and it's a long season, and at the end of the day, you've just got to get yourself into that top 6. And next up was Green Island down here at Bathgate Park last weekend, and our Magpies, they come away with a win. Southern, they took their chances when they got them, and they scored, whereas the other way around for Green Island, and they were playing into a pretty stiff breeze in the second half, and of course, as soon as they dropped the ball or missed pass, Southern would kick it down into the corner and a little bit more pressure that way. JL was pretty happy with the first win. The boys were pretty happy after the game, and so it was nice to see some smiley faces around the club.
Adam Knight.
Adam Knight. So I want to take a wee moment and have a chat to where I'm standing right now. I'm in the Kavanagh room here at Southern, and hopefully I'm going to turn this into a studio and we can bring some guests in and talk to some people. Hopefully tonight I've got young Jack Taylor coming up, so we'll get his first interview. And if you don't know Jack Taylor, you sure will after you see his interview. But where I'm standing is in the Kavanagh room, and behind me you'll see a picture of VG Kavanagh and VG Kavanagh Jr, Vic Senior and Vic Jr. They played a big part in Dunedin rugby and New Zealand rugby when they were around, and of course why I'm talking about them is because they also played a big part in university rugby. That leads on to our premier game and our premier development team this weekend, because we're hosting university this weekend. We're not playing for the trophy this weekend, they'll be in the second round. They were a big part of both clubs, and there's big history between both Southern and university. And so if you can get down here on Saturday and come and watch the boys play, it'll be a very close game. University haven't lost yet, they've had a couple of big wins, but it'll be a big test for both sides and to see how they get on. As I mentioned before, Anzac weekend rugby's coming up for us here at Southern, all over New Zealand, all over Australia. Anzac Day falls on a Tuesday, so hopefully you guys can get up real early and show your respects to our servicemen and fallen soldiers. I'll be out there too. I'll be taking my young fella. Here at Southern, we'll be showing our respects as well. Moment silence before the game.